guys, it's Vicky. So today I wanted to just do a really simple makeup look. I wanted to do something that is a beginner's makeup tutorial on full faces. I got a couple of requests from people who wanted a beginner's makeup look. Now, I don't have like the face for doing like just concealer in a couple places and, you know, mascara. I have too much scarring on my face, so this is not going to be that kind of tutorial. I will be doing a tutorial like that on my sister who has better skin than I do, so if you want to see something like that, it will be coming up. Now this is just it's just a makeup tutorial to teach you like the basics. If you don't know like anything about how to apply makeup or anything like that, this would be a tutorial for you. If you don't know how to do the basics of contouring or where blush goes, stuff like that, like this is just basically a face tutorial. I didn't do really anything for the eyes, so I just want to get that out there. I really want you guys to understand why certain people will do certain things, like why you should only pat makeup on and not rub and stuff like that, you know what I mean? This is like common sense to some people. A lot of people will already know how to do this, but this is a video for you guys, for those people who are just starting out, because I know when I started out doing makeup, I knew nothing. I didn't know what concealer was, where to put it, what to do, absolutely nothing. So this is aimed at those type of people that we all used to be. And yeah, so I just wanted to sit down and talk with you guys, and hopefully you're okay with that. I'm sorry that this is going to be so long, but buck through it with me. And yeah, so I will see you in the next video, you guys. I love you so much. Thanks for watching, and I love you all. Bye. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do primer. Now, I've been really loving using the Nivea Men shaving balm, aftershave balm. I actually really love this stuff. It has glycerin in it, so it makes the makeup stick to your skin better if you don't have MAC Fix Plus, which I don't have yet. And it's really good for oily skin. Like, I haven't had any trouble with oil coming through at all, so I really love this. I do use the sensitive one, so I'm going to use that, but you can use a drugstore primer. And my favorite drugstore primer is the Maybelline Master Prime ones. They have like ones in different colors and stuff. I do like the green one because I do have problematic skin and I do have red on my skin. This doesn't cover it up so much that it makes a huge difference, but it does help if like I'm not wearing makeup. I'll just throw this on and some mascara and something. But I'm going to use the Nivea aftershave balm as my primer because it acts as a lotion and a primer at the same time, and again it does make that makeup stick to your skin, which I really do love. Plus it smells like a man, and oh, it smells so good. Now you are going to want to prime your eyelids if you can. If this one isn't a great eyelid primer, but it did the job pretty much while I was using drugstore items for the very first time, like when I really started out makeup, and it's the e.l.f. eyelid primer. It does work pretty well, but it's better than nothing. So if you really can't get anything, I would definitely get the e.l.f. eyelid primer. It's only like $1 and it lasted me for like 3 months, I think, using it every day, maybe less, but it's better than nothing. So if you have absolutely nothing, I would get the e.l.f. eyelid primer, but if you can afford it and you can get it, I would definitely get the Urban Decay primer for your eyes, because it really does make a huge difference if you get the right kind of eyelid primer. And I really do love this Urban Decay one, but I totally understand if you're like in school and you don't have the money or anything. I was there once, you know, so I totally get it. But if you can spare it, I would get a high-end eyelid primer. And like I said, I really do love this Urban Decay one. I'm not a big fan of the Too Faced one. I've tried some other ones, but this one is definitely my favorite. So if you can spare the money, I would get it. But yeah. So now I'm going to go in and I'm going to color correct. Color correcting is a whole nother video that I could totally do if you guys are really interested in it. It really makes a huge difference if you're have problematic skin or scarring like I do, and it really does make a huge difference. So if you want me to go more in depth, I'm not going to go more in depth right now, but if you would like me to, just comment down below and I will be happy to do that for you guys. But I'm just going to go ahead and do that because my skin will not look good with just foundation. I do have to color correct. So okay, so now that I have color corrected my skin some bit, I'm going to be going in with foundation. The Maybelline Matte and Poreless foundation is my favorite foundation from the drugstore. It's from the Fit Me collection. I don't like any other foundation. I've tried some different ones, but this one is definitely my favorite. It does have somewhat of a high coverage, not as much as I was hoping it would, but it is a pretty good foundation. If you're really oily, I definitely, like me, I really do love the Maybelline Matte and Poreless foundation. But yeah, so I'm gonna do that. And I'm also using a sponge. So this is the Real Techniques beauty sponge. I don't know exactly what they call it, but it's like a dupe for the beauty blender. And I really do love using a sponge. A lot of people like using brushes, but I don't like using brushes, mostly because they're really hard to clean. And I need to get a synthetic one. I haven't tried a synthetic one. I've only tried natural haired makeup foundation brushes, but I just don't like the brushes. I like the sponges because when I use a brush, there always seems to be that like line, like it doesn't look, I don't know, I don't like it. Like it looks like someone smeared your foundation on, and I don't like that look. So I definitely love using a sponge because it, number one, presses the foundation into your skin, making it last longer, and number two, it doesn't have that brush like effect, you know what I mean, on the skin. So I'm taking this foundation and I'm putting it all over my skin. I will be doing a second coat only because this isn't as high coverage as I was hoping it would be. But the thing that I've noticed I need to do now is I take the foundation and I bring it down. So I'm not stopping where my jawline is. I'm bringing it down to at least here because it's blending it into my neck. My neck color really starts about right here, like it fades. I have a lighter skin color a little bit, and so my real neck color starts about right here, so that's where I'm blending it into. You're going to want to blend it into your natural neck color to make it blend in, because when you put bronzer down there, it can only do so much, and foundation, bringing it to that other color is what's really going to make it look like your actual skin, which is what we want. And coat number 2. I do wear a lot of makeup. I do. I pack my face, but that's what I like to do. That's what makes it look good, and I have a lot of scarring, and it's what I have to do to make it so the scarring doesn't come through as much. If this isn't you, don't do it. I'll do another video where, you know, on my sister, where she has better skin, where you don't have to pack on makeup as much. You can go really light, do like a 5-minute look. I'll do a video for that if you guys want it. But this is what I do. This is what most beauty gurus do. This is how you mostly become flawless. This is how you do that, you know, makeup look that you see in magazines and stuff. You know, it's not light. It's not something that you can do in 5 minutes. It is a lot of makeup, and it takes time and it takes practice, but this is what I do. If you don't feel comfortable, if you don't want to do something like this, then don't. You don't have to do this. We're all beautiful. We don't have to wear a lot of makeup. Actually, lately I preferred not wearing makeup at all. I actually really love it. I'm learning to accept my skin for how it is, and I'm trying to help my skin by not covering it in layers and layers of makeup. But I do love occasionally, you know, wearing a bunch of makeup and feeling super confident and looking flawless, and that's me, but that's not everybody. So don't feel like you have to do this to be beautiful or get someone's attention, you know, like you don't have to do this, but I'm just showing you what I do and how I do it more in depth. So This is just what I do. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my concealer. My favorite concealer so far, I haven't tried a whole bunch of them. I want to try the Makeup Forever HD concealer, but I'm going to be taking the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. My drugstore foundation that I like, I have to admit, I don't like any of them. I've tried a whole bunch. I have a whole drawer. If I really had to choose, I think it would be the Fit Me concealer that goes along with the foundation. It is pretty good. To me, concealer, it's not all about the formulation. Yes, it is, but to me, it's what you set it with and what makes it not, that's what makes it not crease. That's like color correcting underneath it is what makes it look so flawless, because this is not even enough for me, and this is a high end. Everyone loves this and it's still not good enough for me. But yeah, so a drugstore concealer, the Fit Me one, is pretty good. I've only used one bottle. I want to try it again because it's been a while. It's been a year. I'm gonna try it again. But my favorite, kind of favorite so far, is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. But today I'm going to use the Fit Me one. So concealer, most people will just put it under the eyes. Now, when you're concealing, you should never just put it under the eyes. And if you do put it under the eyes, it should never just be where your bags are. It should be making a triangle. I see a lot of girls who will just do it like right here, and you can definitely see it through their makeup that they've just concealed right here, especially if it's a lighter shade, and it just doesn't look very good. So if you definitely do it in a triangle, it looks a lot better. Also, you don't want to just conceal or highlight underneath the eyes. You want to put it in other places so that it doesn't look like, you know, you're beaming through, you know. You want to make it look as natural as possible, and the best way to do that is to put it in other places that you want to highlight, like your best features. So I do my chin, my forehead, and my nose. And one thing that I really loved to do, I keep forgetting to do it, but I love my bottom lip. So what I do is I conceal right here, and it helps make my lip look more full. And also I have a lot of redness that will go right here, so that also helps conceal that. So you want to not do it just under the eyes. Make sure when you're putting this stuff on, the foundation, the concealer, stuff like that, you're not rubbing, because you don't want to take that makeup off. You definitely want to pat it on. You can pat it on hard or you can pat it on lightly. I pat it on kind of hard because it really pushes it into that skin and makes it not move as much. One thing I also love to do is I put the concealer on my eyelid as well, because if you look, you can see that you can still see my veins and stuff. So when I go to put on my eyeshadow, you're gonna see that come through. So what I do is I put my concealer over my eyelids, just patting it on, and that acts as a double base to make it so the eyeshadow will look better. Or okay, you can't see my veins and stuff. So now with concealer, it does start creasing right away, so you need to set it. My favorite setting powder is the Laura Mercier translucent powder. I'll do a review on that and the what is this one called, the universal like clear one. I do have both of them. I got the trial size. I got the wrong one. I needed to get the bigger one of this, but I will do a review on them. I really do love these. Everybody needs to own these. They're amazing. But I'm going to set the under eye with this. Another way, for a cheaper way to do it, is you can just set it with any translucent powder. Like I have the Rimmel London translucent powder. I did like that before. It does start to melt throughout the day, which I don't like. That's why I love this so much, because it does not move. So if you can afford it, definitely get it. But I totally understand if you can't. I'm right there with you. I am having some trouble with money right now, but just set it with any translucent powder if you can. And yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do next. So since this stuff, I don't know if you can see, has already started creasing, I'm going to uncrease it and then set it right away. And this will be any place that we just put the concealer. Remember to always pat. So I'm patting this on because, again, if I rub, it will take off all that work that we just did. So we want to be careful and just pat. Okay. So then I'm going to take my Laura Mercier Universal powder and set the rest of my face that I just didn't touch with that powder. Now, I only do this because I'm super oily. If you are dry, you will just want to sit where the concealer is. You can use a lighter powder if you are super dry, but you don't have to use like a super thick powder that's going to make you look cakey if you are dry. But I am super oily, so I am going to set my entire face. Okay, perfect. Now I'm going to bronze my face to bring some life to it because it does look very one color right now, and we want to add dimension to the face to make it not look so not real, you know. So I'm going to take my favorite bronzer right now, which is the Physicians Formula Summer Eclipse Radiant Bronzing Powder in the color Moonlight, and I am going to bronze right here, a little bit of the cheekbone. And when you do the cheekbone, you don't want to go super low, you want to just do right here and up. And then I'm going to do under my neck, and the under of the neck can be tricky. You really want to blend as much as you can down, not so much up. You don't want to go above this jawline, but I have had so many trial and errors with bronzer and trying to make it look good, especially on the neck area. And the key is definitely to blending. So I'm bringing it behind my ears. You know, I don't want to do just right here. I want to blend it everywhere to really match my face to my neck. So let's do that. My favorite brush to do this is the EcoTools Domed Bronzing Brush. It is a big brush, which makes it a lot easier to do this. So I would recommend getting this brush if you can. Now I used to, but I'm not bringing it down here. I used to do that, and a lot of times it would really make me look fake. So you really want to stop about here. You can always put some on your ears. Your ears, that's fine. But I would not bring it right here because it can really bring that face in and make you look fake for sure. I don't know, just more muddy and stuff. So yeah, and then I'm just putting some on the side, and I'm doing a little bit of the cheekbones. Make sure to not bring it in so much. You basically want to stop at the middle of your eye or at the end of the eye. If you bring it in, it can tend to look like you have a beard, and nobody likes that. That is not cute on a girl. It just isn't. So if you're feeling adventurous or you know how to do this and you want to try something else and try contouring, then feel free, girl. My favorite thing to do is definitely take a gray toned powder and contour with that, because contouring is shadows. It's not brown. You don't want to make your face look muddy. Bronzer just brings warmth to your face. That's why it's not a super dark color. It's more like just like warm. It starts to bring natural shadows to your face, but contouring is meant to really carve that out. And if you use a brown, you can really make yourself look muddy. So my favorite thing to do is definitely take a more gray toned shadow. I use an eyeshadow for this. It's the Makeup Geek Barcelona Beach eyeshadow, and I use this to contour with because it just looks so much better. It's really easy to make yourself look muddy, and you have to be super careful. So I'm taking a stippling brush. This one's by e.l.f. It's a small stippling brush, and I'm just going to, you want to connect the top of your ear to right here. You don't want to go past this section where your eye starts, because again, it's really easy to make yourself look like you have a beard. So you want to stay here in this section, and then you want to blend it up to about here. You don't want to go past this section. What I do is I blend it to here, and then I start moving it up, and I bring it up to here by blending, because again, like I said, this part of my face right here is bigger, so I want to make it appear smaller by blending this into the sides to make my face look skinnier. So yes, just be careful with this. Blend, 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 and just remember to not use too much. Always start with smaller product, a smaller amount, a light amount, because you can always add more, but it is almost impossible to take away. So you want to be really careful. And then I'm going to do my nose again using that gray eyeshadow. And I'm just going to use, where's my brush? Where is my brush? I'm going to use this brush. I'm not entirely sure what type of brush this is called, but it is my favorite type of brush to do the nose with. And again, always very, very light touch, tap it off, and then start with your nose, because like I said, you can always add more, but you want to be super, super, super careful with the nose, because it's really easy to make that look like a mud mess as well. Makeup honestly is just all about practice, guys, and it's gonna take a while. It took me a year to get as good. I'm always learning. I'm not done at all. I'm still learning makeup. We all are, and it's constantly changing, all these new trends. So don't get frustrated with makeup. If it looks bad, just take it off. It comes off, you know, it's nothing to stress about. So don't think that you'll never get good at makeup. You definitely will. It just takes practice, you know. It doesn't happen overnight at all. So just be patient with it, you know. Just work at it before you go to bed, and then wipe it off and go to sleep, you know. It's not a big deal. So don't get frustrated over it at all. It'll come to you for sure. So next I'm using my favorite blush, which is the Studio Makeup blush in the color Wildflower. I got this in my BoxyCharm, and I love this color on me, so I'm gonna use this color. And I'm just using a bigger brush, not too big. It's kind of tapered a little bit, so this is good for the section where you put your blush, which is here, between here and here. So, and again, I'm not bringing it past this. A lot of people tend to bring it to like your nose, and I used to do that, but it can look, it's just not a lot of makeup professionals do that, because it can really make you look more red, and I feel like you just naturally blush in that section through your makeup, and you just don't want to have to, you know, go through that, not again, but like it's gonna happen anyway. So just do it in the spot where you want it to be. I do it on the sides because, again, like I said, I like to have my face be brought in, and this helps bring in my face as well and makes it look skinnier. So this is just what I do. Some people, they bring it up to like their forehead, they bring it up right here. I don't do that. I don't like how it looks. Some people put it on their nose. I don't know. It's up to you. It's up to you what you want to do. Makeup is different for everybody. Do what you do, you girl. You know, do whatever you think looks good on you. Right now, I'm gonna actually put it up here. I actually kind of want that today. I don't know why. But that's just me. You can do whatever you want with makeup. There's no rules. So I use eyeshadow as a contour color. There's no rules. There's no set. You have to do this. You have to do that. So now I'm going to bake, because this line got a little sloppy on these sides. So I'm going to be using that Laura Mercier white powder, and I'm going to bake. I'm using my Morphe M458 brush and doing that to just clean this up. Ooh, messy. I am bringing this all the way to the cheekbones, because if that bronzer had gotten anywhere, we're gonna clean that up. Now, I used to just do that one line, but you can very clearly see that it's just a line when you go to take it off. So I do blend it down to where my neck is, because if you've ever done it, you know there's just a line there, and you don't want that. So we're gonna let that sit. And yes, now I'm going to do my eyebrows, and I'm taking a Brow Wiz. You can take, people like eyeshadows, people like pomade. I like either of them. I'm not a big fan of the eyeshadow, but Brow Wiz is pretty simple. So you just fill in your brows. Don't try to do something fancy. Whatever your brows look like, just fill them in. Don't worry about trying to, you know, achieve a flawless eyebrow. Whatever your eyebrows look like, just fill them in. Just remember to do light strokes and it'll look good. You know, you don't have to have a perfect, you know, square eyebrows. It doesn't look good on everybody. So do whatever you're comfortable with. If you want those square eyebrows, practice it, but don't feel like you have to have square eyebrows or have to have super thin eyebrows. I love bushy eyebrows. I wish they looked good on me, but they don't. They look good on my sister. She rocks them, but I am not a bushy eyebrow girl. It just does not look good on me. You know, rock your natural beauty. Don't go trying to change for society or that boy that you like in school. Just be you. I just use makeup. I love makeup because it's a confidence booster for me. But don't feel like you have to use makeup to be pretty, because honestly, girl, you are so beautiful. Seriously, you are beautiful, and do not feel like you have to change for a boy. Do not, because if he really is into you, he will like you just how you are. He will not make you change. You will not have to change for him. He will look at you and think you are beautiful no matter what you look like. So, do not change for a boy. And then I'm just going to use the Anastasia brow gel to make it so my eyebrows do not move throughout the day, because, girl, you know they be jumping all over. I'm just kidding. Like, my hairs, they like to move. So, I am holding them here. And then I'm just going to take some eyeshadows. These are my Makeup Geek eyeshadows, and I'm just taking a warm color and starting that in the crease. I'm going to start building colors here. There are so many different eye combinations you can do, and just do whatever you feel comfortable. You know, the most important thing to remember is just to blend. There are a lot of different eye tutorials. This is the most fun part for me for doing makeup. So you can change it up so much and really change your look. So just do whatever you want to do. I'm just doing some neutrals today, just a natural look, so yeah. And then I'm just gonna brush the baking off. Make sure to really focus on brushing this off well, because a lot of times I will not brush it off all the way. And then I'm gonna highlight using my Becca highlighter in the color Moonstone. Another really good one is by Physicians Formula. And I'm just taking my favorite highlighting brush, which is the e.l.f. blush brush, and putting that where you highlight, which is right here. I do really love to bring it up into my brow area. A little bit on the nose, cute bow, no, chin. Okay, so I just had to drop off my sister, but I'm back. So to finish off this look, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some eyeliner, and it's just gonna be a crayon eyeliner. I don't want to do anything too dramatic today, so I'm going to take a brown eyeliner. This is Dark Brown by Wet n Wild. It's just a crayon eyeliner. This is my favorite thing to do to make it look like I have really thick lashes, because my lashes are so short and so stubby and just not full at all. My natural lashes is where I wear fake lashes all the time, but I'm just going to not neatly line my top eyelash line. I'm not going too thick, just doing a thin line, but again, not doing it neatly at all. And then I'm going to take my Eco Tools brush. This is a dual-ended. I'm taking the smudger. Any smudger brush would be fine. So you could use this kind of brush, you could use this kind of brush. Either one works well, but this one is my favorite kind. And then I'm just going to take this eyeliner and I'm just going to smudge it and then gently bring it up. This is definitely my favorite thing to do. I see a lot of makeup artists do this on celebrities because, again, like I said, it makes your lashes look fuller and longer, and it's just a really good way to make you look good. A lot of celebrities wear this all the time. I see this on my Netflix shows. Favorite trick to do. And then I'm just going to take a mascara. If you're looking for a good drugstore mascara, my favorite is this one. It is the Maybelline The Colossal Volume Express Mascara. I love this one so much. It's a really good mascara to get. I'm gonna try, I got this in my BoxyCharm. It's called Blink Mascara Amplified. I'm gonna try this. See how I like it. Don't forget to curl your eyelashes if you can. Just be careful when curling because it's really easy to cut them off. Yes, I said cut. I have done it. It is not a pretty sight at all. My lashes used to be a lot better than this. Wow. I actually really like this mascara. I love it. We'll see if it has any fallout though. That's a deal breaker. Going to do my lips. If you really just want to do it super simple, you can just put lip balm on. That's what I love to do, and then I'll like line my lips with a natural color, which is actually what I'm going to do because I really do want to keep it natural. So I'm just going to put some lip balm on. This is the Smith's RSS Minted Rose Lip Balm. And so I'm going to put a little bit of that on, and then I'm going to line my lips with this Rimmel London lip pencil in the color Natural. So I'm just, because this is my color of my lips. So my #1 makeup pet peeve is seeing people with mascara like this all over. Like, it's annoying to me. It's so much, I don't know why. And then I'm just going to top it off with some setting spray. This is the Urban Decay De-Slick Mattifying Oil Controlling spray. So I'm going to set my face with that. Make sure to shake it. When you don't shake, it doesn't work as well. And that is it. This is a really simple makeup look. It's good for if you're just wearing an everyday, want to look simple but more like yourself but a little bit better makeup look. It's a beginner's full face makeup look, so this is just the beginning. There's so much more you can do. You can definitely add a lot more to it, but if you're just beginning, I think this is a good way to start out. If you want me to do any other tutorials on certain things that you are looking for, make sure to drop a request down below. I'm always looking for requests. I would love to get ideas on what to do next from you guys, so feel free to do that. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I really hope you liked this video. I'm sorry for the length. If you've made it this far, you are a real trooper. Thank you so much for watching. And yeah, and if you like the video, make sure to subscribe as well so you can see where I'm going next. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, you guys, and I love you so much. Don't wear makeup for any guy. Use it to just make yourself feel confident. That's what I like. That's what I love about makeup. Don't feel like you have to change for anyone. So yeah, I love you so much, you guys, and I will see you in my next video, hopefully. Love you so much. Bye.